Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Flying Alaska with me, your Herd 37. So in this flight, we're going to go from Gambell, PAGM, to Nome, PAOM. So you can see right here on the weather, by the way, it's a short flight, really, 170 miles. As you can see here, the closest weather station we got, the wind is coming basically from the dead west, so we're going to just take off on runway 16. And then come over to Nome. You can see the wind is coming from the north. So, unfortunately, I guess we shouldn't really take the ILS. So, we'll just take runway 2. That's about the best you can do coming, heading into the wind. And let's take a look over here at the chart. All right, the runway is 5,575 feet long. It's actually in FSX, it's listed as runway 2. It's actually now runway 3, as you can see. The approach course is 031 degrees. The touchdown elevation is 25 feet, whereas the airport elevation is 38 feet. We'll come in here after a holding pattern, which we usually don't do, over to 1,700 feet at Marie, and then down to Gloop, 1,600 feet. It's actually 030 to Gloop, and then 031 from Gloop down to the runway, and I think it was a 3 degree glide slope. Nome City Field. That is actually, by the way, Nome City Field is the airport, the other airport. You can actually see it on here, just over to the right. It's not that one. But with that, we'll go ahead and get in the plane. All right, everybody, here we are at the plane. I don't have the procedures yet. I'll get them printed out, I guess, after this flight. Sorry, I don't have the procedures. I'll do it after this. Go over and print them out. I can't use my printer. I've got like 3 printers in my room that are all broken. It kind of pisses me off. Although I guess the third one actually works now. It's just out of ink, so I gotta use a different one. Go use somebody else's. That's why I don't have it yet. Anyhow, the parking brake is set. We'll go over to FSX and get her started. Got 10 peeps. I'm going to just put like 38%. This is 30 miles shorter than what we've been doing, and we've had tons of fuel left on those other flights, so might as well. I'm moving down to 35%. Should be able to get quite a large amount of, cargo. Can we get to 650? Yes, we can. 650 pounds. That's why it's harder sometimes for us to take off and everything. Get this thing loaded down 100%. Normal flight, set our destination. PAOM. Nome.
Destination set.
Load her up.
Engine instrument check.
We
Flight
have our
control.
beeps.
Check handset. Able
We do.
to check front.
Alright. Got here. Get your seatbelts on. Parking brake is on. Let's go down here. Turn on our battery and our avionics. Turn on our nav light and our beacon. Over here, just back up a little bit so I can hit that get that fuel lever here in a second when I need it. All right, the fuel boost is coming on. The starter. There's some fuel. There we go. Alright, now we can cut off the starter and the fuel boost. We'll put on the generator. Alright, so we'll turn on the fuel boost from the left engine. Starter. Until she gets... There's 10. I'll go ahead and give it some fuel. Alright. Click off the starter and the fuel boost. And turn on the generator. Alright, turn on the prop heat, surface, go to auto. Pitot heat, stall vane. Really, we should be good there. Set my altimeter, bring up ATC. We're going to take off on 16. And announce our taxi. It's 164 is the heading.
180 is taxiing to runway 16.
So we'll go ahead and put this over at 164. Alright, I'm going to hit CDI on here. Go ahead and do that. And we're going to go up to 9,500 feet. So I figure would put this real quick. There for a second. There we go. By thousands. I knew it could do it. And we'll make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Ah! Bring her back so I can put her over there. Alright. Seatbelts are on. The taxi light's coming on. So we're going to go ahead and taxi on over. Nacho flaps. I'm actually going to put 2 nacho flaps out. I get scared sometimes of these runways. I don't know exactly how long they are. Although this is pretty good size. I believe it's like 5,500 feet. There's actually, they've had some bigger planes land here. I saw that on Wikipedia looking up this airport. And we're basically heading to the east, so we'll say that we're heading off to the east. Clouds rolling in. I looked at the weather here. Landing lights, strobe. I looked at the weather here, and it would say that it was overcast and the clouds are moving in. So luckily we're getting out. Alright, the flaps are set. Let's go ahead and get on the runway. Come out here to the right just so we can use every bit of runway. Not quite full power. Yeah, airspeed's coming up a lot quicker. Alright, let's go ahead and rotate and get on out of here. Positive rate, gears coming up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and retract the flaps. Around 1,000 feet a minute. Alright, head off to our left here. We'll run nose up a little too high. Get back down a little bit. Bring up the autopilot. Let's take a look outside. Autopilot. Go ahead and hit nav. Arm this for 9,500, but we're going to bring this over. Climb at 1,000 feet a minute. I'm going to turn my taxi light off. Let's take a look outside. Everything's extremely dense. Like I say, openLC Alaska, we're using that. FTX Global textures. Unfortunately, I guess sometimes it's kind of pointless because you get this. Yeah, the wilderness of Alaska. We're not even in the mountains. It's such a small little place. I guess the island's a little bit bigger. Unless that cuts off right there. What was that, I think St. Lawrence Island, I think it was called. By the way, we're going to head over, once we get to Nome, I think we're going to head over to the east. I have Yakutat. I think that's how you say it. Yakutat. And we never used that in Season 1. I don't know why we always skip that. I think it's because in my list the scenery is cleared out at the bottom. So I probably never saw it. So we'll fly over there. I think that area is... There's like a lot of airports made for that. Yakutat, I think Carenado is over there, and there's some others over in that area. Bring up that GPS pop out. 062. Alright, there we go. I'll resize that as well. Make it a little bit bigger here. I don't know if y'all can see 166 miles. It says it's just over an hour, hour and 9 minutes. Just over 3,000 feet now. As you can see, we're in the clouds. Like I said, those clouds are rolling in. We're right in the thick of it right now. There's nothing too much to see. I'll go ahead and speed her up here and be back in just a minute. Alright, everybody, slowing it down. We're 24 miles out. About 4,300 feet, going down to 1,700 feet. Get these out of the way here. There's airport list. Nome, PAOM. Alright, so we're just traffic. I thought there was going to be a tower, actually, but select our runway for landing. We are landing on runway 2. Full stop landing. And that's our position.
Papa Alpha Oscar Mike traffic Kilo Sierra 180 is 24 miles west 4,100 inbound to land runway 2.
As you can see, we're basically coming straight in. Let's go down here. Yeah. Procedures and select the approach. Alright, the GPS for runway 2. Vectors, load that up. Alright, there's Gloop. It should be Marie before Gloop. Let's see if that is. Go ahead and on the autopilot. Well, I thought we were on heading, that's why. Alright, so let me activate it. There we go, now we'll go over there. There's Gloop. I don't know if this is Marie or not. Yeah, there's Marie. That's on the 10. That one as well. We'll bring this back up. 1,700 feet at Marie and 1,600 at Gloop. We're 15 miles away from Marie. Put up on 3,000 feet right there at 3,400. So I'm going to go ahead and goes to 85, and we need to move our prop RPM back up as well. Alright. As you can see, it dropped our airspeed just a little bit. I'm going to speed that up a little bit to 2x. We've got an armed for 1,700. There's 3,000. So I'll go ahead and 100% on each condition lever. Feels really low. If you look out there, it feels really low. On the front corner. Alright, 9 miles out. About 700 feet to go. I wonder if we're coming straight in, should we announce our position again?
Papa Alpha Oscar Mike traffic.
Although he doesn't really say where we are.
180 is 13 miles southwest 2,100 inbound to land runway 2.
We're actually going to miss part of it, aren't we? Alright, there's 030. That's what we used from Marie to Gloop. The only thing is, it never goes to that. It goes to. So we're going to go straight to Gloop, so I guess we should go ahead and move it down to 1,600. Can't really see either. Oh, I think it's still a little bit low as we get out of there. Clouds or fog. I think they're like the first mountains we've seen. Though we're only in the 3rd episode. Alright, 3 miles to Gloop. We are in 2x, aren't we? No, we're at normal. glide slope. Now we won't be able to see any lights, whether they're pappy lights or fast here or whatever. 1 mile from the loop. I can't see anything. This one, see, that one's still stuck at 20. Get that off. Alright, 5 miles from the runway here. Back the power a little bit. Actually, use this. No, vertical speed, not 3,000 minutes. Put that to work. There we go. 3,000 minute. Down the power a little bit more. Gears coming down. Some drag. There we go. We're actually a little low. That's maybe why it sometimes drops to 2,000 like that. Reset my view here. Actually, raise up a little bit. Looks like we're now on it. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot. That's how I wonder. First notch of flaps. A little more thrust here. I don't. Speed's really dropping. We need to get down though. Second notch of flaps. Full flaps.
Papa Alpha Oscar Mike traffic Kilo Sierra 180 is on final
Greasing
runway
the thrust
2
a little bit.
to
We're
land.
about to come up on this glide slope. Level out. There we go. Down the power. Off to the right a little bit. And off to the right.
Traffic Alaska 152 taking off runway 27 departure to the north.
Oh, we're gonna miss the taxiway. Oh, is there another taxiway? Someone was taking up first one I've heard up here. Alright, so there's no taxiway down here, so we're gonna have to come over here. Now, 27, are they over here? Yeah, they're here at Nome. Although that's not general aviation. There they are. It's Alaska Airlines. Track my flaps. Did they say they were taking off or? Yeah, taking off, so they're not taxiing over there. I want to watch them. We got to get our lights off real quick so we don't get dinged. Landing lights. Anti-collision lights. Put parking brake on. There we go. Still no general aviation, but we did get one commercial airliner. Doesn't seem like they're going all that fast, does it? Better get up. All the way to the very end, huh? Clear of the runway. Taxi light needs to be on.
Sierra 180 is clear of the runway.
Alright, parking brake is off. We've got to go, I think, like over here to park. I was looking at the airport earlier to make sure there wasn't going to be an elevation problem. I did see the parking was over there. Should have just taxied down the runway over to there. Well, and I guess not. We can cross. Well, I think we can cross here. It's actually a fairly big airport, especially from what we always see. 2 long runways and everything. I guess Nome is fairly big. It's the biggest one in the area. Alright, we're all clear. Cross on over. And calm down, plane. It's going a little too fast. We'll just pull straight ahead. But I think if I pull the condition levers back some, I think it will slow it down. So she really will get going. Alright, parking brake is on. My yoke so you can see. Alright, prop heat can come off. Surface, pitot heat, stall vane. Go ahead and shut off the avionics. Over here. Put the fuel. Turn off the ignition, generators, and all these switches off. Open the door, they can take their belts off, batteries off. I believe that's everything. Battery, generators, yeah, everything's off. Don't hit the props, people. Man, it sounds windy out there. That sucks. It's gotta be cold, man, with that wind. It's just like 50 degrees, man. Freaking that wind. That can't feel good. And there they are. Everyone's out. We'll go ahead and end this flight. Alright, 170 nautical miles. Time airborne 55 minutes 39 seconds. Flight time was 1 hour 1 minute 23 seconds. Time on the ground 9 minutes 27 seconds. Average speed 183.73 knots. Climb time 9 minutes 25 seconds. Cruise time 31:04. Average cruise speed was 209.45 knots. Descent time 15 minutes 10 seconds. Landing speed 75.95, came down 150.8 feet a minute. Landing pitch was 4.71 degrees. Landing weight 9,012 pounds. Total fuel used 408. Climb fuel we used 93 pounds. Used 233 on the cruise, using 451 an hour, and used 81 pounds on the descent. So we brought in $789 for the tickets, $558 for the cargo. We used $200 on the fuel. We used 11 airport taxes, $58 for the insurance. Total real income $1,078. Times the 50, $53,900. That's what we got. They thought we should be 100%, so we increased 0.69% to 93.07. Got 230 pilot bonus points, 50 for a smooth landing, 150 for a perfect flight, and 30 for the scheduled airport. I didn't lose any this time. I was just about to say perfect weather, and then it updates and it's cloudy as heck. I was going to say there was clouds when we landed. I don't know how it got to perfect skies all there for a second. Yeah, and that'll be the last flight with the without the procedures. Like I promise, I'll get the procedures. I will get those out. I get them out. I gotta get them printed. All right, but that's episode 3 of season 2. Alaska, it looks a lot different in the summer. It's kind of the same. I mean, it's so flat from what we've seen, but no snow is kind of weird. Although I gotta think snow will start coming up there soon. I mean, it's like 40 degrees in some of the areas. I mean, it's late July, so it's probably gonna start sucking for them, getting cold. Alright, but that's gonna be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.